Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the current affairs update dated 10th of July 2025. And the credit goes to Vision IS. The first update is regarding comprehensive update on terrorist financing risk report released by FATF. FATF is a financial anti-terrorism task force which continue to monitor terrorism and its financing throughout global world. This report reveals terrorist organization persisted ability to exploit international financial systems to support their key activities and carrying out attacks. What are the key factors influencing terror financing? These include lone actors, small cells requiring million funding, porous borders in Africa and South Africa, state sponsoring of terrorism, free trade zones with weekly regulations, etc. What are the current trends? Conventional method like cash-based transactions, Hawala systems, or hard to trace method used by groups like Al-Shabaab and Hamas. And what are the new trends, which are the emerging methods? Firstly, digital platforms like social media, crowdfunding, online marketplace, fundraising, virtual assets like bitcoins used to pay for terrorist activities, online claiming platforms for fund transfer, criminal activities like extortion, kidnapping, ransom, drug trafficking, illicit trade in natural resources, and it is used by groups like Boko Haram, etc. Use of non-profit and legal entities, use of front shell companies used to obscure terror financing, diversification of funds from non-government, non-profit organizations. So, what are the recommendations for counter-terrorist financing? Identify risk indicator, frequent transfer to high-risk jurisdiction, use of anonymity like VPNs, VAs, and prepaid cards. Coordinated multilateral response to address transnational dimensions of terror financing involving multilateral designation of terrorist organizations under USC sanctions. Outreach to sectors not covered under FATF standards. Developing targeted PPPs to better understand and address threats from social media and messaging platforms. So there are many new avenues which have come for terror financing. And with the advent of social media and internet, the traditional way of financing terrorism has changed. Let's come to the second important update. Union government launches aspirational DMF program. Union's Ministry of Mines related to operational guidelines for aspirational DMF program, which aims for convergence of DMF initiative and aspirational district program and aspirational block programs. Guidelines are based on Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana, which aims to develop areas affected by mining operations through district mineral federation funds. It's an initiative of Niti Aayog to rapidly effectively transform most underdeveloped districts, blocks across the country. So, what is the DMF program? Alignment of program to work with key ADP and OBP sectors and performance indicators for multiplier effect and strengthening outcome of mining affected communities. Primary sectors for alignment. These are health and nutrition, education, agriculture and water resource, basic infrastructure, social development, financial development, and skill development. Identification of aspirational district and blocks. At present, 106 aspirational districts and 473 aspirational blocks are aligned with DMF. So these numbers are critical. 106 aspirational districts and 473 aspirational blocks. So what is District Mineral Foundation? We are established under the Section 9B of MDR Act 1957 through an amendment in 2015, which is a non-profit body. Objective to work for the interest and benefit of person and areas affected by mining related operations such as mining as may prescribed by the state government. So after aspirational DMF programs, let's move to the next news. Draft Petroleum and Natural Gas Rules 2025 by Ministry of Petroleum and Gas. So these are new rules. These rules seek to replace the outdated petroleum concession rules 1949. So when was the last rules that were in 1949? And natural gas, petroleum and natural gas rules of 1959. And following the recent oil field regulation act 1948. So what are the key provisions of that? Introduction of detailed requirement for monitoring and reporting greenhouse emission. Establish a regulatory framework for carbon capture and storage. And mandates site restoration funds with post-closure monitoring for minimum of 5 years. 5 years. And what additionally it will do? Undertake integrated renewable and low carbon projects. They will undertake integrated renewable and low carbon projects. These rules will permit operators to undertake projects in solar, wind, hydrogen, and geothermal energy. What is the stabilization clause? Designed to protect investors from adverse impact of future legal or financial changes, such as increases in taxes by allowing compensation or deductions. And the declaration need to declare underutilized capacity in pipelines and other facilities to reduce infrastructure duplication and encourage smaller players. Creation of a dedicated adjective authority to enforce compliance, resolve disputes, and impose penalties. Data governance. All operational data and physical samples belonging to Government of India, lessons can use this data internally with export or external use requiring Government of India. So what are the objectives of these reforms? Checking on greenhouse gas emission, grievance redressal mechanism, modernization of upstream framework, ease of doing business, encouragement to small player, and improved data governance. These are the main objectives of the reform. Let's see the next update. InSpace grants 5-year authorization to Starlink for satellite services in India. Starlink is a US-based company run by Elon Musk. Starlink by SpaceX is a satellite constellation system in low Earth orbit that aims to deliver global internet coverage. InSpace clearance form part of India's broader effort to liberalize the satellite communication sector and increase private participation in space-based services. So, what are these satellite communication services? A wireless internet connection provided through communication satellites independent of terrestrial infrastructure. It means that the internet will now come from the satellites. Key users are broadcaster, ISP, government, military, corporations, and in remote areas. Types telecom services, broadband services, and data communication services. Starlink has been extensively used in Ukraine and Russia conflict by the Ukrainians. Significance global connectivity, including remote area coverage, emergency and disaster relief, navigational aids. And what are the other key initiatives? Countries act as a commercial arm of ISRO. Space sector reforms 2020 enables expensive participation in private players through clear role demarcation among ISRO in space, Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center, and New Space India Limited. India Space Policy 2023 provide a level playing field for non-government entities, enabling them to participate across the entire space value chain. Support to startups like Agnikul, Cosmos, by supplying critical items used by ISRO for private Indian launch vehicles. The first suborbital launch for Indian private company Skyroot Aerospace Vikram S occurred in November 2022, facility by InSpace. About InSpace, which is Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center, functions as an autonomous body under Department of Space. Established as part of Space Sector Reforms 2020. to enhance private sector participation, strengthen India's space economy through public-private collaboration, to manage dedicated venture capital fund for space startups to foster innovation and build a vibrant space ecosystem over the next 5 years. Okay. Next update is Namibia to become first African country to roll out digital payments based on UPI. This happened during the visit of Prime Minister Modi, in which he gave UPI system to Namibia. On the recent visit of Prime Minister to Namibia, decided to licensing agreement adopt UPI system for real-time digital payment. Previously, in an annual report for 2023-24, IBI in collection of NPCI International Private Limited set an ambitious agenda to work on expanding UPI to 20 countries by 28-29. Other countries where UPI-based international merchant payments are accepted may include Bhutan, France, Mauritius, Nepal, Singapore, Sri Lanka, and the UAE. What is UPI? Launched by NPCI in 2016, powers multiple bank accounts into a single mobile application, merging several banking features, seamless fund routing, and merchant payments. Now, what is the significance of UPI going international? Global market exposure. Faster and easier cross-border payments can stimulate trade between India and other countries. Interoperability and standardization. Wider adoption of UPI can promote interoperability between payment systems across countries, ensuring smoother integration. Digital diplomacy. Strengthening of India's influence and goodwill through technological collaboration. What are the other steps which have been taken? NIPL, wholly owned subsidiary of National Payment Corporation of India, incorporated in 2022 for deployment of RuPay and UPI outside of India. UPI One World, prepaid payment instruments linked to UPI provided to foreign nationals NRI coming from G20 countries. What are India's initiative under G20? Global Digital Public Infrastructure Repository, Social Impact Fund in Advance, Digital Public Infra in Global South, and UPI is an integral part of payment layer of DPI. Let's go to the next update. Admiralty Jurisdiction and Settlement of Maritime Claims Act 2017. Now this is in news. Why? Because the Kerala government has sought compensation for environmental damage under this act for sinking of a ship. Now, what is this act about? It is applicable to every vessel irrespective of the place of residence or domicile of the owner. The types of maritime claims covered: damage to ships, ownership and agreement disputes, loss of life at sea, wage issues for workers, and environmental damage. Should vest in respective high courts, covered compensation for damage, removal measures, and remedial cost. It enables ship arrest, detention until claims are settled or security is provided. Okay, what is the next latest news? Okay, ATAGS, Advanced Towed Artillery Gun Systems. Recently, Ministry called Indians made ATAGS project on exemplary mission mode success. It is designed by ARDA, Pune, a laboratory of DRDO. It is a large gun that can fire guided missiles for accurate long distance attacks. It uses an electrical system that needs less maintenance and works reliably for a long time. It also features an autonomous ammunition handling system, including a crane. This system was first introduced in Bofors. and extensively used during the Kargil War. What is the next update? Shadow banking. The finance minister said that NBFCs are no longer shadow banks. That means they are just akin to banks now. So what is the shadow banking? It refers to a network of financial intermediaries and institutions that operate outside the traditional banking system. They are not subject to the same regulations as conventional banks. Issue क्या आ रहे थे? They were lack of transparency and the potential for increased systemic risk. It plays a significant role in global financial system by providing credit and liquidity to various sectors. Examples are money market funds, hedge funds, private equity funds, securitization, asset-backed securities. What is the next update? Extended range anti-submarine rocket. India has tested the indigenous anti-submarine rocket systems. Extended range anti-submarine rocket. Eraser is totally indigenous anti-submarine rocket. Point to remember is indigenous. Used to combat submarines and fired from onboard Indian naval ships. It has twin rocket motor configuration to meet a wide spectrum of range requirements with high accuracy and consistency. It uses an indigenous and developed electronic time fuse. There are electronic time fuses and a mechanical time fuses. So this is having an electronic time fuse. Designed and developed by ARDA Pune, the same who developed the ATAGs. Okay. Next update, INS Nistar. It is the first indigenous designed and constructing diving support vessel installed with state-of-art diving equipment with capability under deep sea saturation diving up to 300 meters. It has a side diving stage for undertaking diving operation up to 75 meters. It will serve as a mothership for deep submergence rescue vessel to rescue and evacuate persons. Equipped with the combination of remotely operated vehicle to undertake diving, monitoring, and salvage operation up to 1,000 meters. Important. Next update. Mahi or Mahisagar River. In Gujarat, a bridge collapsed on the Mahi River. Major west flowing interstate river, also known as Mahisagar due to its vastness. Northern slope of India's Sardarpur, Dhar district, Madhya Pradesh, and goes into Gulf of Khambhat, Arabian Sea. Interstate river, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat. Topographical boundaries, north and north is Aravalli Hills, east ridge separating it from Chambal Basin, south Vindhya Ranges, west Gulf of Khambhat. What is the character of this river? One of the few rivers in India that flows across the Tropic of Cancer twice. It crosses Tropic of Cancer twice. Forms a zigzag course unlike other west flowing rivers. So this is the river on which the bridge collapsed recently. Next update is on catastrophe bonds, cat bonds. New type of a financial instrument. These bonds help in planning natural disaster. Financial instrument that transfer catastrophic insurance risk to investors who receive high yield but may lose their principal if a specific disaster occurs. What are includes? Earthquakes, hurricanes, floods, and other extreme events. The investors can receive high yield but lose their principal if predefined natural disaster occurs before the bank matures. Climate change and the increased frequency of natural disasters are making cat bonds more important in the insurance industry. So these are cat bonds. Now, next update is on Lake Turkana. Now, the scientists have extracted 18 to 20 million years old protein from tooth enamel of an extinct mammal found in Lake Turkana. 18 to 20 million years old protein tooth of a tooth enamel of extinct mammal. So, Lake Turkana, or Red Rudolph or Jade Sea, located in northern Kenya with some part in Ethiopia. This is Africa's fourth largest lake by surface area and world's largest permanent desert lake. Lake Turkana National Park, which includes the lake, is designated as a World Heritage Site. And only perennial territory is Omo River. Next. Now there is a country update. This is Sierra Leone with the capital as Freetown. Niangai, located in Turtle Island, South Sierra Leone, had two-thirds of its surface area due to rising sea level. Political features located in West Africa, land boundary Guinea northeast and Liberia south. Maritime boundaries to Atlantic Ocean to the west. This is Atlantic Ocean. What are the natural resources? Diamonds, chromite, gold, bauxite, and reservoir titanium dioxide, utile. Tropical characterized by alternative rainy and dry season. This is about Sierra Leone, and capital is Freetown. So here the update ends. So we request you to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more updates. And the credit for the information goes to Vision Alice. Thank you. Have a good day.